Good morning. My name's Denise and I am from Be More Yoga and Fitness. So today I'm just going to record a yoga practice that focuses on glutes and quads. So this would be really good if you use the gym quite a bit, lifted weights, or actually were a runner. Combined with some other work that will also work the back, and we'll just raise our pulse. This will be focused on that particular area. So I've just done, I'm nice and warmed up. I have just done my own spin this morning, so that's why my joints are completely mobile and I'm warmed up, and obviously got a little bit of a sweat on. But just for the purposes of yourselves, I will do a little bit of mobilisation just to ensure that if you're doing this practice, you are mobile and you've just got the fluids running through your joints. So all I'm going to place myself on the mat. I'm just going to do things a little bit side on so you can see me. And I also have my notes here because I do many different practices and design many different sports-specific stuff. So if we could just cross leg now, in a nice comfortable position. Make sure your spine's stacked. Make sure you lengthen your spine. And just put your hands forward on the floor and just push forward. Take an inhale and come back. You'll feel a lovely stretch of the glutes here before we start. Again. And release. 2 more times. See as far as you can go. And a 4. That's absolutely. Now let's just stretch our neck. So put our left hand over the side of the head. Just place it lightly. Hand out to the side. You can use this to develop the stretch of the neck. Just pull lightly towards the left and use the hand to develop the length of the stretch that you want in your neck. And return. The opposite side. Arms out. This is a really good stretch if you work at a desk. You know, you're hunched over, you're just in one position, like this. It just gives you the alternative stretches to lengthen the side of the neck. We're going to do the bridge. So if we come into a position where we lay down, okay, palms facing down, soles of the feet on the floor. Okay. On the inhale, I'd like you to just limber up, lift and tilt your pelvis and bring your arms behind you. So inhale. And on the exhale, come back. And on the inhale. On the exhale, come back. Could you do that 2 more times, please? Exhale back. Just make sure your neck is nice and lengthened and not contracting. And back. Now if you bring your feet a little bit further towards your bottom, I want you to inhale, lift and tilt, lengthen the spine. See if you can push the shoulders a little bit under, the shoulder blades towards each other, so you can get more height. And if you can, hold your ankles. If not, just place your hands underneath. Take an inhale. And I grab my ankles. If you can't, just place your hands underneath. Lovely. Now, this is where you're lengthening your quads. I'm going to ask you to lift your left leg and hold, keeping up those quads. If you struggle with that, just stay where you are. Tap 4 times. Really make sure those abs are pulled in. And release. Put the bottom down. Just giving a respite to all those quads. We'll do it 1 more time on the opposite side. Take an inhale, lift and tilt. Shimmy your shoulders under. See if you can grab your ankles. Bit of power to lift. Use your core to support that. And then tap. Lengthening those quads. Breathing through. And release. Roll yourself up. Nice and lightly. And we're going to start off with the sun salutation. I'm going to do it slow to demonstrate to you what it looks like, and then we're going to do it a little bit faster. So we are at the top of our mats. Okay, just let me move my mat a little bit further so you can see me. There we go. Top of my mat. Let's take an inhale and an exhale over. Now just stay in this position for a period of time. You wouldn't normally stay in this in sun salutation, but I just want to give it a little bit longer to ensure that your head's nicely dropped, spine lengthened, neck lengthened. The blood is rushing to your head, your shoulders are nice and relaxed. If you need to, soften the knees and hold the back of your calves if you can't put your fingers on the floor. The whole idea of the intense forward fold is that you try and get as near to your knees as you can. Your gaze is through your knees. Okay, now come up halfway, bend your knees and take your right leg back into a crescent pose, high lunge. When you've got your balance, lift up and inhale. Feel that lovely stretch. Okay, come back to the floor, take your left leg to join your right leg, lower plank chaturanga. You can use your knee if you want to. Take an inhale up, press your hands into the mat, either here for a shorter cobra or here for a longer one. Lengthen the front of your body. Lovely cobra back bend. Come back up, okay? Take an inhale, pull all the way through your abs, your mula bandha as they call it. Lengthen your spine into downward dog. In, and when on the exhale, push back, okay, through your ankles, drop your head, make sure that your chest is going towards your knees. Now, in this position, like I said, we will quicken this sun salutation up, just walk through it. Just let your calves get used to the fact that they're going to be used quite a bit today. Sometimes, like mine, certainly around the ankles, they just can get a little bit stiff and need stretching out. Okay, so you brought your right leg back before, so take your right leg out slightly to swing it through, bring it through to the front. In a high lunge position, when you're happy with the balance of that, come back up. Breathe. Okay. And lower to the ground, take the left leg in to join, so your knees are bent. Then another forward fold, and inhale, come up. So I'm going to do it on the left hand side for you, so I can show you that. A bit slower again, and after that we'll speed it up. So hopefully, there you go. So I'm taking an inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Dropping the knees. Allowing myself to feel the blood rush into the head. Soften the knees if you need to. Crown to floor, gaze through. Come up halfway, bend your knees to allow you to plant your hands on the floor and take the left leg back. So you've got support. Once your balance is up, come up, inhale into crescent pose. It doesn't matter how high or how low, it's up to you. You want to develop that. And then lower. Take the right leg back. Okay, into plank. If you want to use your knees, you can. Lower to the floor. Put your hands wherever is comfortable to push up into cobra or sphinx, which is this. Take an inhale. All the way up into cobra, whatever height you need. Feel that back extension. And on the exhale, come down. On the inhale, plant your toes into the mat. Pull up through your abdominals. All the way up through your glutes. Into downward dog. Take an exhale, push through into your calves. Drop your head. Make sure your spine is nice and lengthened. Okay? Now I'd like to take your left leg up, just swing it for momentum through. Hold there with your balance. Take an inhale, come back up. And then all the way back down, join at the top of the mat, bend, stretch into forward fold and up. Now I've just taught you that, okay? And that is on both sides. We're going to do a couple on each side. Okay, so, and then you should be nice and warmed up to start working on the rest of the practice. So this one's only going to have 2 to 3 breaths in between. I'll talk you through it. So hopefully you won't need to look at the computer. The most important thing is you listen. The more twisting your head to look. Okay, so take an inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, bend your knees, take your right leg back. Inhale, come up into a high lunge. Exhale, come down. Join your feet together at the back, plank, lower. Push your hands down to the floor, inhale up to cobra. Exhale down, feet into the mat, pull up into downward dog. Inhale up, lengthen your spine, push back on an exhale through your calves. Take your right leg up behind, swing it through. Bring it up into a crescent pose. Take an inhale and raise your arms. On the exhale, come down, take your left leg to join, bend your knees, straighten for a forward fold and come back up. That was the right side. I'll come to the mat for the left side. Take an inhale, exhale, forward fold. Come halfway up, bend knees, put your hands on the mat just to get some balance, take the left leg back into a crescent pose or high lunge, arms raised. Come back down to the floor, join your feet to the back, lower into plank, chaturanga all the way down. Take an inhale, push up into cobra. And on the exhale, come down. Feet into the mat, lift up through your abdominals and your bottom glutes. Take an exhale, push through into your calves, drop your head, lengthen your spine. Take the left leg back to get some momentum, come into high lunge, lift, arms, on the exhale, and then walk your feet back, bend, stretch, and up. Okay, so I'm going to show you the right leg on this side and the left leg on that side. I've got one more on each side. Okay. Take an inhale up, exhale down. Halfway up, bend knees, focus on the mat, walk right leg back, crescent pull. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down, join it back, lower plank to the floor. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up, downward dog. Exhale, push back through calves. Inhale, take the right leg through. Exhale, come up. Okay. Exhale down, inhale down. Allow your feet to join, bend, stretch, and up. Left. Inhale. Up, swap over to the side for you guys. Inhale up, exhale down. Halfway up. Hold your band mat, throw the left leg out, crescent pose. Inhale up. Arms up in the air, exhale down. Allow the back and the front to join, go with plank all the way to supine position. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. Push up into downward dog, and then push back in the breath through your calves. Take the left leg up, bring it through into a high lunge, all the way up. Allow the right foot to lead the left foot, in a bend, then a forward fold, and an up. And that today is your sun salutation for the quads and glutes. Really did work that particular area, preparing your body for the asanas that we're going to do today. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is work on some forward folds and chairs. Now the chair looks like this from the side. You take an inhale, you sit, and it's as if you're sitting or trying to hover over an imaginary chair. Your arms are up, your gaze is towards your hands. and that's the position. If you struggle with your lower back and you find it hard, you can drop your hands. Okay, we will be doing a chair and a forward fold to work on the top of the glutes. Okay, and then some extended tadasanas and twists. So for this one, I'll move my mat so you can see me a little bit more forward, if that helps you. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So, what I'd like to do now is an inhale and forward fold, just like you've been doing. Could you just hold your ankles, please? If you're not open to holding your ankles, then just hold your calves and soften your knees. Drop your head, just like I told you before. And on the inhale, I want to bend your knees and come into that chair pose that I just demonstrated. So take an inhale, bend your knees, sit back into the chair pose. That's it, and hold. And then lower back into the forward fold, so we're not coming up yet. Don't worry, we will counter pose this later. Working the hamstrings, but really into the glutes. Take an inhale, come up. Sitting back. And an exhale down. I'm just going to come to the side so you can see it from the side. Okay, take an inhale up. Hopefully you can see that. Push down, push in, sit back. It doesn't matter how you want to do it. If you feel it's only there, that's absolutely fine. And then come back into the forward fold. We have one more. You'll feel that slightly on your back, but I will counter pose it. Take an inhale, come back into chair pose, wherever you feel comfortable, even lowering your arms, if you need to just relax them. And then come back. Inhale up. We do some extended tadasanas. So you want to be stood, grounded, in mountain pose, roll your shoulders back, arms out to the side. And a tadasana would be a simple arms up, pushing the air up into prayer position and lower. An extended one would just bend the back slightly and then come up as the prayer is going down. So it's up to you. So watch my back. So take an inhale. I'm bending my back. On the exhale, coming down and straightening it. That helps counterpose the fact that you've bent forward. Are you ready? 2 more. Take an inhale. And again, take an inhale. Absolutely lovely. Right, you've done really, really well on that. So we're just going to do a couple of chair twists and some more tadasanas. So the chair, again, like you just said, is sit in the chair. Then all I want you to do is staying in that chair position with your hips nice and facing the front. I want you to rotate your right hand to the back and your left hand staying in the chair position lowered to place on the front of your foot and look behind. You come back up and we do the same. So we're working the quads, we're here. Okay, so we're going to do that for a couple of times and then we're going to move into some work on the hips area where it joins the front of your quads and your glutes. Okay, are you ready? Take an inhale, back into chair pose. Hold. On the exhale, rotate left hand to foot, right hand behind, and you'll feel the left hip push back and the right glute take the stretch. Come back up, inhale. Exhale, rotate the same. Make sure you do it with the breath. I'm going to come to the side so you can see me. And back up. On the exhale, back down, twist. Left hip slightly pulls back. Come back into chair pose. On the inhale. On the exhale, right hip pull back, left glute. Feeling it. And come back up. 2 more tadasanas. Bend, take an inhale. So the next bit of it is standing knee lift extension. We'll be going into warrior 3. Warrior 2, reverse trikonasana, low lunge, extended child's pose, camel pose. So if you need to do a camel pose, you will need some blocks, and I will show you how to do it. Don't worry. Okay. So I'm going to show probably a little bit more side on for you. You can see all angles. So the standing knee lift will be at the top of the mat. Okay. So we left leg ground. Okay, so you can do that, and we hold the knee up. So I'm just going to demonstrate exactly what we're going to do really, really quickly, but this will be in slow time. We will do this, we will do this. We will come into warrior 3, we will come into warrior 2, we'll straighten, reverse the trikonasana, we will low lunge, okay? We'll lift our leg, move into extended child's pose, and then we will go into camel pose, which is that. And the reason why you need the blocks, because if you're not familiar with camel pose, the blocks will go under the feet just to lift your ankles towards the back of your body. Okay? So, here we go on this. So, take an inhale and allow the balance to transfer onto your left foot. Okay, hold your knee. Brace your core, have your hands wherever you want. And relax. Focus. Don't focus on me, focus on something in front, unless I am in front of you. That's fine. Don't be looking anywhere else, your balance will go off. On the next inhale, extend your leg straight. Options, you can have your leg lower. You'll feel it the higher you go in the quads. Toes up, hold, hold, hold. I'm praying now. 3, 4. Then come back so you can touch the toes on the mat if you want. Bring it right way back through into warrior 3. Okay. Hold, 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 hold. Don't worry about that. You can lower your leg if you want to. Then now lower your right leg to the back, twist it out 90 degrees and come into warrior 2. So with warrior 2, you are bending the knee, your torso is facing forward, your hands are out to the side and your gaze is towards the left hand, where your right knee is pushed forward, and you really get the hip open there and push. Hold, hold, and hold. Now straighten your legs. Okay, we're going to do a reverse Utthita Trikonasana, okay, which means we will take an inhale and we will just keep playing our hands in the same parallel way to the front. Then we will then rotate our right hand to come on the inside of our left foot and look behind our left fingers. Options, bend your knee if you find that difficult, or just come up to your calf. You can drop your gaze and your hand into the back if you want to. Hold, hold, stay there, and then bring your hands to the floor, bend your knees, lower the right knee to the floor, and we come up into a low lunge. Please make sure that you're not here. I don't want you to bend your knees over your toes. Make sure you've got it a little bit wider. Take an inhale, and you've got your hips facing forward, and just push. Options, you'll get that further extension, okay, of the hip and the stretch if you put your hands up. If not, just place it here. Hold. 2, 3. That's it. With your hands on the floor, you're going to have to take this toe a little bit up just to bring back your feet. So the camel pose next. You will put blocks, but you don't have to, you don't need to, just to lengthen. Take an inhale, push the hips forward, Relax the shoulders back. Allow your body to lower. Grab hold of your heels. And really, this is all about losing control. So lose control and allow your body to take the weight on the ankles. You cannot feel it. And it really does stretch the bottom. It's a lovely back bend. Feel a little bit in your quads, but once you get used to it, you release. Come back up, tip these out of the way, and have a lovely extended child's pose. Okay, balance. Okay. So don't worry about this, guys. We're going to go through this a little bit faster, but I just want you to feel the hatha in this, lengthening those muscles before we go into any flow. Okay, so now I'd like you to just slowly lift and come to the top of the mat. And we're going to do the left side. So we're actually going to lift the left leg, ground the right leg. Again, I like to be able to see all the different ways. So you've got my front way this time. Okay, take an inhale, ground the right foot. Lift the left foot, perfect. And hold. You can hold in a prayer position, that position, or you can just put your hands on your hips. Up to you. Balance is different on different days, for different people, and on different legs. Strange, but it's true. Our balance is not always complete on both sides. Take an inhale, open, stretch your quads with a leg extension. Nice and straight. This is a tough one, so if you feel like you need to lower your leg, you can do. And then inhale, bring it through. If you want to touch with a bit of balance at the front, you can do. And then flex over, forward, hands if you want to here or here. Raise your leg. Now I'm losing my balance. 2, 3, hold. Make sure your hips are forward. Don't have them one on the side. And then lower the left leg. Turn the ankle out. Push into warrior 2. Okay? So your knees are bent, your torso is facing forward, your hands are at the side. Push through, but just have your gaze at those right fingers. Really open the hips on the right side and lengthen. And then come up, stretch. Okay, what we're going to do now is inhale, pivot so we can face the front with our hands out, and then rotate our left hand to our right ankle on the inside, and then up. Now, if you can't go as low, then maybe just come up to there. Maybe bend your knees slightly. Maybe drop your gaze or your hand. It's completely up to you. There you are. And then come around, drop the left knee on the floor, adjust your body to ensure that your toes are quite far away from your knees, and then push into that low lunge. Now it's your lunge, so just push as far as you want into it, and hold. Okay, lovely. Now put your toe in the back, lift up, drag your leg if you can through into the position. Okay, now we're going to take on camel pose. If you want to put your blocks under, like I explained, you can do. Take an inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, release the shoulders back, the head, grab hold of the ankles, lose control, you're not going anywhere and you can't feel it. Now look at a lovely low back bend, and it's really invigorating. Hold, and then release. And then all I'd like to do is bend down and just stretch forward to just counterpose the fact that we've done a back extension. If you want, you can just put your hands, head on the top of your hands. That's lovely. Okay, so what I'd like to do with that is I'd like to flow it for you. Okay, so we have got another phase which involves a lizard pose, And I'm going to put all these phases together. We're going to do them slowly, and then at the end, we're going to flow them through. So we're going to get into a downward dog. Now the lizard pose looks like, when you're in the downward dog, the lizard pose, you put your legs wider to this, and all we do is have take our foot towards our right hand, and we just ensure that we're low so that our knee, and our shoulder is near each other. That's the lizard. Then in the middle, we'll come down and we'll cobra. Now your option is, from the downward dog, from the lizard, we come back. Your option is knees down, lower. Your option is plank. Your other option is upward dog. So lower chaturanga, come back through into upward dog. It's completely up to you. Those are the different levels. But before we do so, we need to come to the top and get ourselves fully into the downward dog. So we take an inhale, exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, come up halfway, walk back. Okay, lower to the floor, all the way up. Inhale into cobra, exhale down. Inhale up into downward dog, push all the way through, exhale through your calves. Now take a wider stance with this. Be happy with where your body is, be relaxed. Take an inhale and then take your right foot to your right hand on the outside, on the lizard. Let's go. Hold. Look where your shoulders are. You should feel that on the inside here and on the outside. Come back. Lower to the floor. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale, back into downward dog. Okay, are you ready? We're in downward dog. We've got wide legs. We're going to do the left lizard. Let's go. Where are your shoulders? Hold. Okay, come back. Lower. Hands to the floor, legs, whatever you want. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. Are you happy with that? Okay, now we're in downward dog. Bring your legs in. Now watch me. If you want to come up on your knees so you don't crick your neck, we'll take our right leg up and over and open the hips. Okay? Like so. So watch what I'm doing, because you can do that. And then we pivot the left foot, drop it over, lower our left leg to the floor, and then lift up so that we get the glute stretch. So we really contract the glutes and get the stretch of the front of the leg. We come back into downward dog. We lower to the floor. Inhale up for cobra or upward dog. All the way back down. Lift up. Okay. Give me the other leg. Open the hip and hold the left hip. Hold. Then pivot the right foot. Come over. Lower the right leg. Then lift to contract the glute, which is a tilt. You'll feel it on the quads. And then power it back over. Bend your knees and come back to where we are. Now if you want to put a pause on that video and do it yourself now, you can do. What I didn't want you to do is be in the downward dog, okay, and then be trying to look at me, and then this will pull your neck out. I've done it myself, guys. So pause it and do that. Okie dokie. Okay, we're back to chair squats. If you're welcome back if you've paused the video and you've done it. If you did it while I was doing it, as long as you could understand what I was saying without clicking your neck, that's fine. Okay, we are now doing, I want you to come to the back of your mat. We are going to do, okay, we're going to squat with our right foot up. So this is what it'll look like quickly. It'll look like 4 of these slow. Then I would like you to cross your legs over so that your knee, the inside of your knee is over the top of the other knee. Because then we're just going to hold like this. We're going to walk out like this. Yeah? And then we're going to lower our right leg to the side like that and push back into pigeon pose. I'm going to turn my mat so you can see it. We're going to go to the floor if we can. With pigeon, hips need to be straight. And a good option is that you put a brick or something under to ensure that you don't roll your hips that way or else they'll be out. Alright? Okie dokie. Join me and you can get me side on here. Okay, bottom of the mat, because we need to take the mat. Okay, take the balance on the left foot, prayer or hips. Take an inhale, squat. Okay, it's like a pistol squat. 1, back up. Keep your leg there. 2, back up. 3, back up. 4, back up. Fold your leg over. Okay, and then just lower, lower, lower. And just sit there. It's like being sat on a couch with your legs crossed, bending over to pick something up. And then put your hands on the floor, drop your head, walk all the way through, keep your legs where they are. Make sure now your right leg is just in the middle, hold it in the middle, just to give some support to the core. Drop that leg down and then push the left leg back. Okay. Options, if you feel like that hip and you want to sit it properly to make it straight, so the hips are straight, we can do. This is a pigeon pose. The whole idea is that your right foot should be completely out to the side, but most people are not there yet. If you want to, lower all the way down, okay? All the way down. And just sit there. You can either sit on your hands or forward. Lovely feeling. Nice stretch of the glutes. Okay, come up. And then we're just going to do a few cat-cows, okay? So we're in tabletop. Take an inhale. We're going to hover the spine, head up and bottom up. On the exhale, rotate. Back under, lift your belly, roll the shoulders over and drop your head. And inhale. Do the same. Make sure your shoulders just over your wrists. Exhale. Pull the belly in, roll the shoulders, drop the head. Inhale. And exhale. Let's massage your spine. Inhale. And exhale. Bring yourself up to the top of the mat. And now we are going to balance on the right leg. So take the right leg grounded, left leg up, hold, and then we're ready to squat. Take an inhale. Back up. Keep going. Back over. Okay, oops, I really went. And squat in a cross leg. Hold. Don't touch the floor yet if you can help it. If you need to, then do. Then put your fingers on the floor, drop your head. Feel that stretch. Walk out. Hold the left leg under. And then drop. Now I think I did the wrong foot there. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Sometimes I get mixed up. Okay, you're in pigeon pose, so you're in your opposite leg pigeon pose. And then if you want to lower. No, I did the right leg because I can see you. So my leg's out here. You can see now. I need to have my hips completely forward. And I shouldn't be doing this. So take your hips out. And then lower. Really, really good. Okay, and then come up. We're going to do 4 more cat-cows. Are you ready? Inhale, hold back. Exhale round. Hold the inhale. Exhale round. Try and do a big transition. Sit back. Okay, guys. Now, we are 41 minutes into it. I have just got a few things to put to you. So one of them is the Malasana. So the Malasana is a really good hip opener, but also works your quads. You need to be 10 to 2. Okay, and this is how it will look. I'm just going to put it into another asana. But it is where you bend down. Okay, it's very similar to a squat. Okay, and you lower yourself to the floor like that. You can use your elbows to support your knees to push out to get that bigger hip bend. Okay, so quite often people go in to it like a tilt. You must have your ankles down to get the hip opener, or else you won't be fully working everywhere. And then you might hurt your knees. Okay, if you need to, your options, if you feel like you can't go too low, is you can have a little bit of support as you're going down, just so you're not sitting completely on it, although you can, but just so you can feel that you've got that support if you were to go. Alright? Okay, so what we're doing here is we're putting our legs on wide on the mat. Okay, this is what it's going to like. We walk out. We're in a plank position. We lower chaturanga. You can do it with your knees. We come back up. We have 10 to 2 feet. We bend, engage our knees. Malasana in. Okay. Come back up. Stretch back. 2 more times. Walk forward. Use your core. Knees if you need to. Chaturanga. Lower, halfway. Then come back up. If you want to go onto the floor, you can do. Bend your knees when you're coming in. Tilt your pelvis into Malasana. Hold there. Sit back. And release up. Really opens your hips. Really good for your back. Because if your hips are well open, your back's alright. And you feel that in the quads. One more. Okay. Lower. Back up. Bend. Inhale. Twist. Perfect. Come back up. You've done really, really, really good workouts here. And we are just going to put all that together that we have learned into a flow. Okay, but before we do, so have a look, there's one more thing I'd like to show you for the quads, and this is Lord of the Dance. What this looks like is it looks like a stretch, okay, of your quads. But if I look at the side, it's also stretching the quads, but it's also opening the hips, opening the shoulders, and it looks like this. So you press your hand towards the inside of your palm, towards the inside of your ankle, and you use that as a lever to push your quads up, to open up, so it goes Okay. If you struggle and you only want to do that or a quad stretch, you can. Because we're going to be doing this in a small bionic motion. We're not holding it too long. So, all I'd like to do now is take a chair, inhale. Exhale up. Transfer the balance on the left. Grab the ankle. Inhale. Do what I said before. Exhale down. Lower. Chair. Same foot, please. Left leg balanced. Grab the right, quad stretch, extend. You feel like you're in space. One more. Back up. So slow, which allows you to get the balance and grounding. But at the same time, you are not falling over because the balance is low. Should we do the other side? So the other side is we grab the left leg. Let's go. Transfer the balance. Grab the left leg. Extend as much as you want to. Lower. Chair. Back. Extend. Last one. Okay. You've done. Now, we're going to put what we've learned together in a flow. I'll guide you through it. We're going to do it in a flow for 3 breaths instead of the 6 that we've been holding. Okay, so we're not going to have the, we're not going to do the sun salutation. We're just going to do, so what time it is? We're just going to do the knee lift extensions and warriors. Okay, so I'll meet you now. I'll look at you in front of the mat so you can see me. And I'll talk you through it. Okay, let's go. We're going to start balancing on the left and raising the right knee. So take an inhale, balance. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, extend the right foot. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, twist over for warrior 3, 2, 3. All the way back into warrior 2. Push into your leg. 1, 2, 3. Straighten your leg. Twist to the front. Reverse the right towards the left. 2, 3. Lower to the floor. Right knee on the floor. Take an inhale. Lift and push and extend the hip opener. 1, 2, 3. Come back down. All the way to the back. And then ready for your camel pose. Take an inhale. Open up. Lower. Release control. 2, 3. Come all the way back. Lower into child's pose. 2, 3. Jump up to the top of your mat. Take the right leg balance to the top of your mat. And hold with your left leg up. 2, 3. Extend the left leg for the quad lengthen. 2, 3. Bring it, come over all the way for warrior 3. Take the left leg back, twist into right leg, warrior 2. Straighten it up, twist parallel, and take the left hand, reverse it towards the right foot. 2, 3. Drop your left knee onto the floor, lift up, and extend that stretch on the hip. Lower back, bring the foot back, take stance wide for camel pose, hip forward, arms back, lower. Release, control. 2, 3. Okay. Phase 1. Let's go. Phase 2. Top of your mat, take an inhale up. Exhale over. halfway up, bend your knees, walk back. All the way to the floor. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale back down. Inhale, downward dog. Lovely. Widen the stance for downward dog. Be happy where you are. We're going into lizard. Take the right leg back slightly. Take it to the side of the right foot and hold for 3 breaths. Take that back. Lower to the floor. Knees or not. It's up to you. And we'll lift back up into downward dog. Take the left foot behind into lizard. Hold. Take it all the way back. Lower. And it's up to you. Upward dog or whatever you want. And come back into it. Lovely. Doing a really, really good job there. Now the next bit is bring your feet together into downward dog. So it's not a high, it's not a wide one. Take the right leg up, open the hips. Pivot on the left, lower to the floor, then lift your glutes up. Come back into downward dog. Okay, happy with where you are. Get to the right length and spine, take the left leg up, open the hip, rotate over, lower, then lift. And come back. Okay, bend your knees into child's pose, please. Okay, your heart rate is getting pretty high. So now the next bit is going to be a single leg chairlift squat. Step back of your mat, left, are you ready? Balance. 1, 2, okay, 3, cross over, all the way to the floor on this one. Hold for 3, 2, 3, walk it out. Hold it underneath for 3, lower into pigeon pose, this time stay upright. 1, 2, 3, come into cat-cow. Let's inhale and exhale, roll your shoulders. Inhale, hold the spine, head up. Exhale, roll your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, roll your shoulders, sit back, jump up. Okay, what do we have here now is we're now going to balance on the right foot. Left leg up and squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, wrap it over, squat, hands straight to floor, drop head, walk all the way over, hold underneath, take the pigeon pose, keep it high, because we're on 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3, come back. Are you ready? Inhale, hollow spine, head up, bottom up, exhale, round. 2 more, inhale, exhale, round. Last one. And then round. Come to the top of your mat. Ready for Malasana. Walk forward. 1. Chaturanga or knees, it doesn't matter. Come back in. We just got 2 of these. Tilt to Malasana. Come up. Walk back. Lower. Back. And tilt. Come back up. Lord of the dance. Are you ready? Chair. Okay. Back up. Left leg rounded. Right leg grab quad. 1. Breathe. 2. 3. You ready for the other side? Near there. Near the end. Well done. Come and meet me on your mat. Really, really good. Really, really good work. So, what we're going to do now is just do a little bit of a stretch out, massage the spine, and hopefully you'll have enjoyed everything that we've done today. Okay, so if you can, if you could just sit in a wide forward fold, position. Doesn't matter how wide that is, okay? Done a really good workout today, so we're just going to stretch at those hips, okay? And we're just going to work a little bit on the shoulders just to roll them out. So all I'm going to ask you to do is options. You can either put your right hand in the front and then just stretch over, or you can hold your toes, go over as much as you want, or whichever you feel necessary. Okay, so pick where you want to be, okay? Grab that position. I'm going to grab my toes, and then I'm going to take a big inhale, and I'm going to meet on the other side. So, 1. I'm just going to breathe through about 3 breaths evenly, and then come back up. Same to the other side. Lovely. And as before at the beginning, when we had our cross legs and we push forward to stretch our glutes, we're going to do this in the wide stance. So if you just push forward, you can either go forward or you can grab your toes to do it. Make sure your neck's nice and lengthened and not contracted. So take an inhale, push forward. Come back up, place the soles of the feet down, your hands behind you so that your wrists are facing the bottom. Open your shoulders and just lift. Head wherever you feel comfortable. Come back. All the way. 2 more times. Are you ready? Take an inhale, tilt the pelvis and move forward. And then place the soles of the feet on the floor. Open up. Last one. Got a stretch there. Off the quads. Off the glutes. And now if you could just come into the seated position before. Okay, just roll back. Hug your legs in and just roll the spine. Okay. Give your spine a lovely roll. You can do it left, right, you can go clockwise, whatever. Just give it a lovely roll. Get your legs out and just open them and lie naturally like this, just for a minute. And relax. Okay? Relax like this. With your legs out to the side. Now, I'm just going to do not long of relaxation, but if you really want to take this further, you could actually do it yourself for a couple more minutes when I've left today. The reason why I put you in this position is just to take the weight off your spine and just allow your hips to relax in all the areas that you've worked today. So take a big deep breath. And on the exhale, just allow your shoulders, your glutes, and every area that meets your mat, okay, to relax. It's actually a really good feeling. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. Take a big inhale. And take the tension on the exhale. Shoulders feel dropped to the mat, lowering. Abs are lower into the mat. And ankles just relax. And then just walk your feet back out. Just so you're now lying in a corpse pose with your legs out to the side. So sorry, with your feet just flopped out and your hands flopped out. And now, in my other recordings, I will show a good 15 minutes of relaxation, but just for today, just allow yourself to have a minute and breathe evenly. And if you want to, take those deep breaths, up to 10 occasions maybe, just to relax and think about every part of your body. But if you can, open your eyes, come up. Put yourself into whatever position you prefer. Now, I really do hope you've enjoyed the yoga practice, which did a lot of concentration on the glutes and the quads. And I hope that it benefited you and the intention you set at the beginning was something that you gained. So thank you very much. If you like the videos, please subscribe. There'll be plenty more on different body parts with different themes. Feedback would be great. And have a lovely day. Namaste.